Hello, it's hot in my room, so no camera. Ugh. We're gonna continue Forget Me Not. Alright. Load. I forgot how loud the music was. For me, at least. For you, probably not anything significant. This is our roommate who we just met. Nah, I'm not that guy. I mean, might forget a mug or two, but I keep it clean. I work a lot anyways, so I'm not around to make a mess. Oh, and there's a cat at my door. Cat work. You want so bad people to bother me. She gets your profit. The cat wanted in my room. Now he's sitting on top of a box of Rubik's Cubes. Anyway. He glances out of the window where the street lights are flickering on in the dusk, then back at you. It's getting late though. It gets cold out there this time of night. You planning to stay or what? You hesitate. The next train isn't until morning, and the thought of the crashing at the station sounds miserable. One. I'm back. You hesitate. The next train isn't until morning. The thought of crashing at the station sounds miserable. Came all this way for a reason, and despite the mix-up, Ash doesn't seem like a creep. Plus, being picky is for rich people. Accept the offer? You're really gonna regret this, aren't you? Alright, it's a deal. Wait, really? He stares at you, surprised. Like he didn't expect you to say yes. Should I have declined? No, I just don't think you should agree that fast. But hey, good choice. I'm the best roommate out there. And handsome roommate out there. He is really handsome. Alright, he turns away, but he can't catch the faintest trace of a smile. A quiet little victory he tries to hide. You're not exactly thrilled about the arrangement, but it's late and your head is throbbing. And the train station bench was never gonna turn into a 5-star hotel. Twist the cap off of the water bottle and shake 3 pills into your palm. You lift the bottle and toss the pills into your mouth. There's a lot of barking. For a moment you feel eyes on you watching. You ignore it. The water spills over the rim and runs down on your chin. You freeze for a second, mouth still open, the bottle awkwardly tilted. A faint, sweet smell reaches you, almost like a flower. Weird. You blink, hesitate, then shrug it off. You lower the bottle a little too carefully, like you're trying to pretend that didn't just happen. Ash glances over, a faint crease forming in his brows, but he doesn't say anything. Gotta finish closing up the shop. You can wait by the register if you want. Oh, goodness gracious. Rain drums steadily against the windows as you watch him move around the shop. Sorry, there's a buy in the chat. Oh, wow! Hook up with some random person with 3 million followers? Wow! Ban. So, he says, finally wiping his hands on a rag. You just gonna stand there at the wall or what? He raises an eyebrow, leaning back against the counter. What? You kicking me out now? He chuckles, shaking his head as he wipes the counter. Nah, you can stand there till you start hallucinating. Or he pauses, flashing a grin. You could give me a hand closing up. Help you out. Am I getting paid for this? Absolutely not. Okay, how about a discount or unwritten or something? He snorts. He says the rag over his shoulder. Nice try, written instead in the stone. Unfortunately for me. You cross your arms, then why would I help you? What's in it for me? Me not kicking you the fuck out. Ah, good deal. Why should I help you? He then leans in, eyes glinting with that dramatic sparkle you see in only bad romance animes. Seriously, he just stand there and let minimum wage workers suffer? Yeah. Buzz, the wrong answer. The correct answer is, I am absolutely thrilled to assist a handsome, charming cashier. I am absolutely thrilled. I can't do a Gilbert Gottfried impression. I am absolutely. I can't do it. Wish I could, but anyway. I thought you were better than this. You don't even know me. For all you know, I could be a murderer. He instantly grabs the broom against the counter, hoisting it dramatically. Good thing I'm armed with my trusty weapon then. You know how many drunks this beauty has kicked out from the store? I think your beauty needs a wash. It smells. He gasped in a dramatic, over-the-top manner. Shh, don't listen to her. She didn't mean it. You can't help but snort. He's ridiculous. But honestly, it's getting pretty boring just standing here anyway. I'll help you. I'm just doing all this for jokes. You guess you could help him. Sure, why not? You stretch and yawn lazily. That's the spirit. Oh, how we love unpaid labor. Oh, really? I've got a 12-hour shift tomorrow. I want to volunteer for that, too. You should have a death stare, narrowing your eyes dramatically. You know, work experience is very valuable nowadays. You should be more grateful. Oh, I am very grateful. Very grateful I'm going to get my ass out of here. Okay, geez. Someone doesn't have a sense of humor. So, what's got to be done? I'm going to handle the heavy stuff. I need to haul some boxes to storage and bring new stock. You can take the easier tasks. Oh, and I accidentally press V.
Self-voicing disabled.
Wow, self-voicing disabled? That's a surprise to me. Well, wow, what a gentleman. That's me. But yeah, you could toss out the trash, clean the bulletin board in the entrance, restock the shelves. Or restock the shelves. The containers in the back for the trash and the boards. Got a bunch of old flyers that need to go. Yeah, you can also do the good part of the job. There are good parts. Yeah, me. Not that. Oh. Oh. It's like, you? Come on. Is your dick big as at least? Why am I doing this? I don't know. Big dig. Dig big. Is your dig big, at least? Is your big dig, at least? Alright. He clears his throat dramatically while you roll your eyes and the expired stock, huh? Yeah, you can save a ton of money this way. See, stores throw away a bunch of stuff after the shift. Some expired by like barely a day or not at all. Usually baked goods and stuff like that. They just chuck it, but since I work here, I snag it for home. You have no idea how much people blow on food. Yeah, he definitely looks like the type to eat cool leftovers because he's too lazy to even reheat them. Check it out yourself. I set aside the good stuff. We can take next to the counter. Go pick what you want to bring home. But your fridge is filled with beer and empty bottles of ketchup. Oh, I'm right. Oh, I hit a nerve there. Oh, I hit a nerve there. Ooh, what was I doing? He looks away, suddenly fixated on his nearby stain. Wait, really? I was making a joke. If you don't like it, feel free to spend your own money. I'd be more pleased to check you out. You sigh. I guess looking doesn't hurt. Perfect. He glances at the clock, rolling up his sleeves with a lazy grin. Alright, let's get this done. Better get out of here before we both expire. You nod. If he's stuck here, you're not going anywhere too. Don't miss me too much, alright? With that, he disappears in the stockroom. Door clicking shut with a soft thud. Okay, time to grab some food. Sadly, I figure slightly expired snacks are better than an empty stomach. Sorry. You step closer to the counter, eyeing the modest spread. The sandwich has a name on it, so I'm not gonna use it, I guess. I feel like that's probably gonna bite us in the ass. But that seems like more nutrition though. Coworker maybe? Jackie sandwich, a day old croissant. I'm not gonna eat that. I'm not gonna take that. Chocolate bar or this. A day old croissant. You grab the croissant. It's a bit stiff and flakes everywhere, but it beats going hungry. Hopefully it doesn't taste as stale as it feels. I hope so too. Alright. Standing up, you stretch, a little groan escaping. Why did you agree to this? Time to get to work. Throw out the trash. You head towards the staff room. Notice two dark trash bags slumped against the wall. One bag was clearly full of cans, the metal clink giving it away every time it shifted. It was weird, considering there was no recycling bin in sight. You peered inside, and it was completely filled with empty beer cans. The stench of alcohol hits your nose. I guess the customers of the store have a drinking problem. Alright. Or its coworkers. The other bag was a swampy mess, a soggy mix of general garbage leaking some mysterious brownish fluid that you don't want on your boots. You hauled both bags outside to the dumpster, the mystery liquid leaving a noticeable trail on the floor. The can bag was surprisingly heavy, and you heard the contents settle with a loud, hollowing as you tossed it in. Mission accomplished. As you turned your back towards the store, your foot landed on something with a surprising, soft, unpleasant crunch. Your heart sank. Something fall off the leaky bag. Shivers went down your spine as you imagined having to fish wet, sticky trash off the ground. Last thing you needed was that. Oh, okay. Glanced down, bracing for the worst, but it wasn't trash, it was a pin. Impossibly clean despite the muddy, wet ground around it. Seems like it was dropped here not too long ago. You bent down and picked it up. Turning it over with your hand. It was heavy and made of metal. Clearly it was an expensive pin made for someone special. Etched into its side in fine script are the words Hawk Wellness Clinic. For a fleeting moment, you wondered what it was worth. Could you pawn it? You shook your head, judging yourself for your own materialism. It definitely belonged to someone important. Definitely not someone like Ash. Oh, you said something? Nothing! I didn't say anything. I didn't say that you're not valued in life. Sorry. You sighed and slipped it into your pocket. I'm playing chess on the side. Anyway, you sighed and slipped into your pocket. The owner might be coming to look for it, and leaving such an object in the mud felt wrong. Trash done, one less thing for Ash's lazy ass to do. Clean the bulletin board. Head towards the bulletin board by the store's main entrance, which is tucked into a neglected, shadowy corner. It's a complicated mess. The cork was practically wallpapered in layers of old paper, curling flyers and random slips of cardstock held by rusty, bent thumbtacks. Oh, God, he muttered, pulling at a brittle yellow corner. The exposed pin left a tiny rust-stained colored stain on your fingertip. Ew. It checked out the date of the oldest flyer you could see, an advertisement for a local summer fair. Today is October 10th, and this poster is 2 years old. He sighed. Really? With a dedicated tug, you ripped it free. You immediately jumped back with a sharp choke noise as the poster came away. Hiding in the sheltered space beneath the paper was a large, lethargic house spider. It scrambled a fraction of an inch before freezing. Oh God, this guy doesn't clean at all. He proceeded slowly, far more cautious, tearing down the older posters. They revealed a little about Talon's life. Frantic handwritten note offering a generous reward of a pack of candies for a lost garden gnome. Messy drawing of a stick figure with a bold block letter headline: Free meals! Call for details. I don't know why I'm doing my Spamton voice for that. That's just what I have in mind. Free meals! Call for details. You quickly peeled the last one off and crumpled it, deciding ignorance was bliss. Among the bizarre posters, outdated bizarre, outdated poster, something far more serious caught your eye. It was the only one that wasn't faded or torn, secured neatly with 4 silver tacks. It was a missing persons poster. Curiosity won. You leaned in and read the details. The photo was a clean headshot of a young man, maybe 20. Corey Vance. Okay. Okay. Born 2000, age 20. Male, white, brown eyes, brown hair, 5'11", 85 kilograms, and wearing gray t-shirt and black sweatpants. 3 weeks ago. Near Hockwell Clinic. Oh, this is recent. So this is like takes place in 2020? This whole story? Interesting. You read the information. I already read that. You trace the name with your finger. It's a small town and they can't find one person. He looked like he could just be a normal college student. Maybe he just left, just packed up and ghosted this place. You assumed that it wasn't uncommon for people his age. Yeah, I think it's better that than all the other possibilities. It seems like he was employed at the Hockwell Clinic. Hockwell Clinic, that's the same name as the fancy pen I found outside. Come on, you're not a detective. You scolded yourself, pulling back from the board. Took a moment to memorize his face, just in case. Then you gathered all the torn up paper and trashed it in the nearby bin. The corner finally stripped down to the cork. Actually looked clean now. Bulletin board clean. Not too bad if you say so yourself. Muffled groan escapes Ash, sounding utterly exhausted. You quickly spin around to see him rubbing his shoulders. Someone looks tired. He snaps his head. A flash of genuine hurt crossing his face. Seems like you touched a nerve. Tired? Never. Though it's not certainly my favorite form of exercise, if you know what I mean. Yes, I do. So fuck you. Alright, gross. Ash just offers a dismissive shrug with a smile on his face. And to think you're gonna live with this guy. He surveys the work you've done while you are deep in thought. A slow look of approval show on his face. Looks like you handled all this stuff without a single shred of my help. Which is lovely, by the way. I'm trying to keep my manicure fresh. And I'd hate to break a nail on a mop handle. Honestly, I should tell the boss I'm in desperate need of a permanent assistant. Absolutely not, this place is a disaster. I'm pretty sure the only time these floors get washed is when rain water leaks through the ceiling. Wait, that hole is still there? Damn, guess my side gig as a roofer isn't working out. He catches your deeply unimpressive stare and immediately doubles down, flashing a unrepentant grin. Kidding, kidding. Besides, do you really think our customers expect quality? You let out a long sigh. If this is how he treats his workplace, his apartment must be an absolute biohazard. You can already picture yourself having to sweep up his stray cigarette butts. He leans across the counter, amused by your rigid posture. You're way too stiff, need a massage. Are you being disgustingly creepy on purpose? Yep, mostly because it's hilarious to watch your face scrunch up like you just bit into a lemon. Goodness gracious. This guy is a fucking lunatic. Yeah, God. This guy is a piece of work. Goodness gracious, I'm sneezing a lot. You roll your eyes. But immediately stop when you realize your face is, in fact, scrunched up like exactly he described. Seeing your expression sour even further, he clears his throat. His grin faltering into something more sheepish. Look, what I mean to say is, thank you. I genuinely haven't seen this place look this tidy in, well, ever. Small smile tugs at the corner of your lips. Okay, maybe he isn't entirely hopeless after all. And there he is again. Okay. Must be that magical woman's touch, huh? Never mind. Yep. Yep. There's no hope for him. It's like, oh, okay, nope, there's no hope for you. Ash, marches straight to the back of the store, completely ignoring the fresh aisles. Instead, he crouches down in front of the expired discount bin, digging through a wreckage of rejected snacks and crushed chips like a raccoon in a dumpster. Triumphantly, he pulls out a slightly deflated croissant and a vacuum-sealed pack of questionable deli meat and cheese. I don't think those are in the discount list. Oh, my bad, boss. What's the pilly? You gonna write me up? It's seemingly steal from the store, then. Still, no, I'm an opportunist. I'm simply borrowing. Borrowing. Exactly! Borrowing it straight into my stomach. Look at it as an investment in my continued existence. If they expect me to keep working here, they have to subsidize my survival. He effortlessly slips the croissant open with his thumb, aggressively shoves the meat and cheese inside, and brings the monstrosity to his mouth. He takes a massive bite. God tier employee benefits. You are absolutely gross. I am, and you're stuck with me. Isn't it beautiful? The sharp tingle of keys cuts to the quiet as he fiddles with a heavy deadbolt, locking the front doors for the night. Alright, I forgot to grab something from the back storage room. Give me a second, I'll be right back. You nod as he walks away. Exhaustion settles heavy into your bones, and you lean back against the nearest metal shelf. You're so utterly drained that you want nothing more than to close your eyes just a single second. Before your eyelashes can get brushed together, the whole world plunges pitch black darkness. In an instant, every ounce of fatigue vanishes, violently replaced by a cool, sharp spike of adrenaline. Ash? Ash, are you back there? What happened? No one responds. The silence is suffocating, broken only by the frantic, echoing drumming of your own heart. You push off the shelf and take a cautious step forward, your hands sweeping blindly through the empty air, trying to map out the darkness. Huh? What was that? To be continued. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Damn it. Alright, let me, I can't skip so I can, like, get to where I was needing to go. Because I do want to save whenever this does continue. God. Nah, we'll just save here. Alright. Yes, yes. Yes. All right. Let me open another game. Game. I am game. Game. Who even dare support the gays? The gays. All right. I'm sorry. It's July 1st, and I am legally forced to be homophobic. All right. Let me open. What's a good visual novel? Did I download something yesterday? I feel like I did. Yes, I did, and I don't think I ever put it in my folder. All right. Can you please do this quicker? You bitch. You fucko. Alright. I'll just wait. I'll just wait for it to load. Ugh. Oh my god. How long is this gonna take? Please just work. Just load. Just load. Just load. Just load. Just load. Just load. Just load, just load, just load. Oh, 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 I'm gonna. Oh, God, also. I don't know, sing that. Come on, come. Can you just work? Can you just all load? Oh, it's at 96 complete of extracting this. God damn, it's taking too long. Ugh. Alright, there we go. It's loaded finally. Okay. So let me open this. Let me open. Open your bitch. Open your bitch. open. Game, sorry. Ah. Prisoners. 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 I think that's what the name of the game is called. That's what it says on the application thing. Alright. So the game's open. Let me. Prisoners. Game capture. There we go. At least what is about. I downloaded it last night. Alright. Alright, I'm tired. You can see my eyes, I'm tired. Very tired. Oh my god, you can't even see my eyes because it's bright. It's bright as hell. No. Don't open that. No. Don't open that. Don't open that. Let me do that. There we go. Start. Okay. Alright, I'll just wait. Are you kidding me? What is going on? Why is he not responding? Ugh. Close program. Okay. That was a good game. That was a good game. Now, I'm gonna try and play it again without it crashing on me. Alright. Alright. Not sure why it crashed. Just wasn't responding at all. Alright. Let me do this. Maybe that's the problem. There we go. Hey, you! Yeah, you! Wait, how does that one, vague from, Polar Express. Is it? Hey, you! You know what train we're on? You know what train we're on? hey, you! Yeah, you! I forgot how the line goes, but I don't know why. What's your name? I'm only asking because that kid over there asked me to. Your classmate points to where the kid is supposed to be. Yeah? He was there just a second ago. Where did he go? Anyway, I said I asked, what's your name? Snow. Snow. Snow, that's a pretty name. Oh yeah, thanks, I'm gonna tell him now. I turned away, leaving you alone in the corner of the classroom. Back then, everyone was just 7 years old. It's been a while since then. Yesterday, you all turned 18. Tomorrow marks the beginning of the term. Your final year in the academy before you can finally join society. Who are you? Get back! Step back! Step back, David! David! Snow, please don't leave me alone. Don't do this to me. You're the only one who. Oh. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were a demon. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry for hitting you. Sorry. You just look like a shadowy monster to me. Alright, I'll just put this back here. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm sorry. I thought you were a shadowy monster. Your eyes flutter open as you try to adjust to the brighting lights all around you. This isn't where you fell asleep last night. You have no idea where you are. Snow, you're awake. A face hovers above you, one you don't recognize, and yet the way he brushes your cheeks feels strangely familiar. Who are you? I guess I don't know who he is. Who are you? Alright. Get away from him. You jolt away from him as fast as you can. You shove yourself back. You realize you're teetering on the edge of the bed. Before you can fall, he grabs you and pulls you away from the edge. You ended up against him and he lays out a shaky breath. Stars, that scared me so much. I'm just glad you're awake. Yeah. As his words trail off, his face quickly reddens as he pulls away from you. Now that grogginess has cleared, a quiet unease begins to settle in. Where am I? You look around the room, it is brightly lit, almost painfully so. Aside from the bed you are lying on, and a small table nearby, the room appears completely empty. I'm not even sure where or if there's an exit. Your attention returns to him. The only thing you know about him is that he seems to know you, or at least, at the very least, knows your name. Other than that, you don't recall ever seeing him before. You notice your scrutiny, the moment your eyes settles on him, he jolts and scurries, hurriedly scoots away from you. I didn't bring you here, I swear. Please, you must believe me. I woke up a little before you did. Please, you have to believe me. Huh? I have no idea why we've been brought here. Is this some kind of punishment? Or maybe an experiment? He mutters under his breath. What do you think? Did you notice anything strange before the start of the term? It's the first day of the term. Shake your head, nothing out of ordinary. Could this really be how the final year is supposed to begin? You've never heard anything like this before. I hope it's nothing serious. This doesn't look good. Why us? I bring a random boy and girl somewhere like this. His face begins to redden. You don't think they'll have us? No, don't fuck. That's not where your brain goes, right? There's no way that's where your brain goes. There's no fucking way that's where your brain goes in this situation. Chime rings. Hello, selected students. You both turn towards the source of the sound. You two have been placed in a special program. Rather than joining your cohort as usual, this will be your designated area for your final school year at the academy. You have 3 days until your first examination. At the conclusion of the examination, the student with a higher passing score will be granted early graduation from the academy. The remaining student will be executed. What the fuck? Why the fuck would you do whose idea was this? That's so fucked. That is so fucked. I'm stretching. Goodness gracious. The graduate will be permitted to return to society and retain their right to live aboard the ship. However, if you both fail, you'll be given 3 more days until your next examination. This process will repeat until the end of your lives. In the rare event that both students achieve identical passing scores, priority will be granted the student ID, Miss Snow. That's fucked up. So even if we tie, I'm the one who will survive and he will die. That's fucked. That is fucked. What the fuck? What the fuck? 500 years remain before humanity aboard a spacecraft reaches our home. I want to see if I'm on the right category, right? I'm on the right category. Yes, I am. Good. Oh, fuck you, Timu. Fuck you. Fuck you. Sorry, Timu ad. Trying to open up this camera app again. And the Timu ad appears. 500 years remain before humanity aboard the spaceship reaches their new home. Sacrifices are necessary to ensure our arrival. If we are not the ones destined to see it, we each remain a necessary part of humanity's future. We appreciate your cooperation in furthering humanity's survival and prosperity. The fuck? The fuck? Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Hear a sharp clunk as the 2 data pads slide out from a compartment in the wall. Beside you, his breath quickens. I didn't sign up for this. Is this really what you're gonna put us through? He pushes himself to his feet and storms towards the center of the room. Close to where the voice comes from. How dare you! Is it going too far? This was some kind of punishment. You want her to hate me? How dare you! Get us out of here! We don't want any of this! But as the last words leave his mouth, he falters. He goes quiet and turns back to you. Sorry. Shouldn't have spoken for you without asking. I gotta be heated. It's just really frustrating. This is supposed to be an experiment of theirs of some kind. That I'm gonna prove that they're making a mistake picking us. If what they said is true, and they have no doubt, no reason to doubt it. They're not unknown for these kinds of things. Then they have given you a choice. Graduate in 3 days, killing the person beside you, or delay it. The logical option seems pretty obvious. That's what both of you should be thinking. But you have no way of knowing what he considers the logical choice. And that uncertainty changes everything. You know for certain that you don't want to die. I don't know if this is the best thing to say right now. After that announcement, it might be hard to believe me. But I think we should fail together. It's the only way we both stay alive. To prove to you that I mean it, I'm not going to prepare for the exam today. I won't let them turn us against each other like that. I won't. At the very least, it could have been worse. The fact that we can talk to each other gives us a better chance of staying alive together, I hope. I'm glancing at you more carefully now. Snow, I know what you must be thinking, and I know this might sound strange, but I think it's better if we don't dwell on it. The more we try to figure each other out, the more we'll start acting out of fear instead of what we actually want. I'm not saying I know what's best. I think we shouldn't just try to analyze each other, not yet. Let me prove to you that you can trust me first. Then look around if there's something we're missing. He lowers down to grab the data pads, laying down on the floor, and hands it to you. If I find something, I'll come tell you. Before he quickly turns to you, looking flustered. I almost forgot. I didn't introduce myself. I'm Zor. We're in the same year group at school. He is wearing the uniform, and he looks like to be in your year group. Still, you're certain you've never seen him before. He quickly turns, skidding towards the wall. He seems like he wants to brush out the fact he clearly knew you. I'm not even gonna talk at all. Okay. Seems sincere. I trust him. I think. Just staring at the wall. Use desk. Go towards the table. The table extends to the wall. Out from the wall. Cold material bolted firmly in place. Two chairs sit across from each other, both secure to the floor. This is probably the best place to study for the exam. Leave. Decide to go somewhere else. I'm not gonna study. If he's not gonna study, I'm not gonna study. Center of the room. Bed you woke up from. The bed frame seems to be bolted to the floor. Take a nap, sleep until something wakes you up. Wellness optional content. Nope. Get the tank. You walk towards the small pillar protruding from the floor. There seems to be some small tank of some kind placed on top of it. Zor comes to observe it. Looking closely at there seems to be a couple of small creatures moving inside. I think these things are I think these things are Formicidae. I think ant is the common term. Then why not just say ant? I don't even know how the fuck to pronounce that. Vaguely recall learning about them before in class, though you've never seen them one in person before. Normally they live in a colony, but there only seems to be two here. I'm not sure what species they are exactly, but I think a colony can still grow if there's a queen. I think one of them is an ant queen here. The other one doesn't look like a worker, so I'm guessing it's a male. If I remember it right, the males don't live very long. Look at the ants, observing their behavior. This looks really fun to watch. I never looked into ants specifically, so getting to see one up close like this is amazing. So I'm guessing, like, whatever this world is, we really can't see normal life, so being able to see ants is kind of a strange thing. Can't help but agree. You're honestly a little surprised. They even brought ants on the ship. You can't really see a purpose to how they could serve humanity's survival and prosperity, but you're glad they're here nonetheless. After a while, Zor leaves you alone to continue staring into a tiny tank. Stare at the ants 10 minutes, no, leave. Okay, Zor. Hey, Zor! Hey, Zor! You wanna do something together? Alright. He runs his hands along the wall, long fingers brushing over the surface as if to try to feel something hidden. I don't think there's anything unusual. It just feels like the same wall panels from school. Maybe there's some kind of code? You never know what they could be planning. Who knows? Maybe this is actually a test to see if we'll cooperate to solve a riddle. You never know the possibility. He pauses, his hand lingering against the surface. Or maybe I'm just wasting my time. He lets out a quiet, dry chuckle. I don't want to say this out loud, but I don't know if it's the best thing to say. I don't want you to think I'm manipulating you. But if you can't trust me, you can go prepare for the exam. I won't hold it against you. He says that, but you can't help but notice the obvious hurt look he has. You already have the advantage in case of a tie. I swear it's like they're trying so hard to put us against each other. I'd really like us to cooperate, both make it out alive, but I also don't want to force you to do anything. I don't really want to compete against you. Everyone left of humanity. They chose to put you against me. I've been more angry in my life. I don't want to die. But I want to trust you. And I want you to trust me, Snow. I really do. I won't be studying for that exam today. I think I'm going to inspect the rooms for at least a day, just to be sure. I'm not studying. Fuck that. Fuck that. None of us are studying. None of us. No, we're not doing that. Like, man. You can't help but feel a sense of unease and a sort of guilt of seeing this display. If you'd like to help me, I wouldn't mind either. How am I going to be able to ask him this? How do you know me? Gather courage and decide to stop avoiding the question. He goes pale for a moment. Well, I think it's more that you don't know me. I tend to blend into the background. And, we had class together once back in year 7. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't remember. We were only 7, and I never got the courage to speak to you. Please don't look at me like that. Just have a good memory, I swear. He says with a dry chuckle. Anyway. Can I talk to you again? Join his investigation. I'm not fucking leaving you behind. I'm not gonna be a bitch. I'm not gonna be a bitch and fuck him over. 'Cause I don't want to die. I decided to join him investigating the room. He keeps his eyes fixed on the wall, scanning it slowly, while you circle the room, checking the bed and the floor. There's nothing. The problem with finding secrets is that you don't know what you don't know. He speaks without looking at you, his voice quieter, more thoughtful. But being trapped in a room like this, it's insane. But it doesn't feel like something they wouldn't do. Tests on top of tests. What's the true purpose of this place? It's just another test. I'm just not talking at all. It's hardly unfamiliar to you. Ever since you entered the academy program as a child, one thing has been drilled into you over and over again. The only way to secure your right to continue living aboard the ship, to prove you were not a waste of its limited resources, was to graduate. But this experiment, what could be its purpose? He draws off like the thought doesn't fully settle. But there's this time limit on the exam. They're watching us, and even if they aren't, it doesn't really matter. We're still in the palms of their hands. The idea of them watching us never really bothered me, but right now, it's getting on my nerves. Are you wondering why we're here? Do you think they just picked two random students at random? I don't think anything unusual before the start of the term. He hesitates. I don't exactly have the cleanest track record when it comes to following the rules. Maybe that's why I'm here? If so, I never received any disciplinary fines for it. I thought I'd gotten away with everything. I mean, I've never cheated on an exam or anything like that, but for them to go this far, it feels more like an experiment than a punishment. It has to be. Or maybe it's an opportunity. The thought surfaces in your mind unexpectedly, though you're not sure whether you truly believe it. Problem is, I don't think you've done anything like that either. At least not that I know of. I mean, you don't seem like the sort to do that sort of thing. The room falls quiet again. The two of you continue searching. I think I found something. You turn to him and walk over to where he's pointing. There's a small circular dent in the wall. I think it's some kind of button. He hesitates, glancing at you. Should I press it? Big red button! Big red button! Sorry, why am I holding back? Yeah! Big red button! Whoa! Oh, that's a big... Oh, fuck, that's a big cloud. Oh, that's a big mushroom cloud. Oh, God, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Ow! Where are my pants? Nod. Maybe we should be more cautious. Sorry, I guess I'm being a paranoid. It lets out a quiet breath. I'll press it, please. Maybe you should stand back a little. Cross your arms. Sorry, just be careful. Right, to at least take a step back. Okay. He reaches out and presses the button. His posture tense like he's bracing for something to happen. Then he releases it. The wall panel beside it slides open with a soft metallic sound, revealing a window behind the tile. Okay, it's not that bad. He glances at you, a small smile forming. Why do you look disappointed? Chuckles. You shrug. I'm not disappointed. Anyway, I think that's enough investigating for now. We should probably take a break. He lingers near the wall, not quite moving away. I think I'll just stay here for a bit. We should probably get some rest. Can I not talk to you some more? Spend the morning with Zor. Zor's gaze remains fixed in the vast expanse beyond the glass. Step behind him to take in the view as well. He quietly shifts to give you more room. Standing next to his tall frame, you can feel the warmth radiating from him. He's surprisingly warm. He is handsome, though. I'm just gonna say that. Cannot remember ever meeting someone quite like that before. Looking out the window, the familiar sight of open space stretches endlessly before you. Stars blinking quietly in the distance. You lean closer to the glass, trying to peer off to the side. Sure enough, you can make out a massive body of a spaceship that has housed both you and the rest of humanity for as long as you can remember. Though you have never been part of this ship before. From the looks of it, you were somewhere near the tail end of the vessel. How long do you think they spent preparing this room for us? He shudders. Was it always here? Was this always the plan? Why am I not talking? I'm like Chris, where I just don't talk. I just don't talk at all. Why do I not talk at all? At least the stars are pretty. You nod. Stare into the vast expanse. Oh, that's beautiful. While we're in a horrifying situation. Great. Lovely. I love that. You stare out of the window. A distant stars stretch endlessly across the darkness. The ship guides silently through space, the only movement coming from the faint clusters of drifting light. I'm not sure how long you want to watch for. Alright. I'll just stare for 1 minute. Quietly watch the stars drift past. The quiet view helps calm your mind. Alright. Chime rings. Oh, God. Fuck. The compartment slides open in the wall. Familiar smell of hot rations drifts through the room. Turn to look at Zor. I guess it's time for lunch. He crouches down, picking up the trays, and walks over and hands one to you. I think it's the best if we eat right now. I don't know if they'll give us disciplinary actions, points like at school or hoarding. Better safe than sorry. I'll be at the desk over there. He seems to mumble something under his breath, but he can't quite make it out. Yeah. He quickly hurries over to the desk, shoulders scrunched as he starts eating his ration. Eat with Zor. I'm eating with Zor. He straightens up immediately as you sit next to him. You bring down your own tray out of the desk. Every tiny noise is amplified from everything being so quiet. Food today is good. And though you can't really tell if it's any different from the usual rations. They've always been the same. You see him flinch slightly, like he's just realized that too. Sorry, I'm not the best at talking. You can see him smile. You realize you haven't unpacked your meal yet, and you quickly assemble the package. Not wasting any more time, you quickly chow down. I was always eating in the library at school. It would be a long walk, and I was always a little worried I'd get disciplinary points for hoarding. Luckily, I didn't. But I saw you eating a few times. Never at the library, though. You never ate there. Never mind. I saw you at the library eating. You're really fucking bad at this, man. You are horrible at this. You gotta get your game on if you want a woman finger you, man. Come on. He cringes again. If only you could trust me. If you think about it, this is much worse than our typical school year. At least at the very least here, we have the option to not have to prepare for the exam, right? Do you believe it when they said they'd let us stay here indefinitely? Just the two of us trapped together for the rest of our lives. Does that scare you? Do you hate that? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have asked that. You finish your meals in silence. Before you can return your tray to the compartment, Zor speaks up. Thanks for having lunch with me. I really enjoyed it. Before you can respond, he quickly takes your tray from your hands and carries it to the compartment for you. I'm spending my time with him. Because I don't want to spend any time with anyone else or just walk around the room. I want to build trust with him and stuff like that. I'm going to look a bit more. I'm gonna look around a bit more. You're free to join me if you want. Join him. You nod. Seems to line up immediately. Have you found anything new? I was wondering this, but where do you think they'll let us use the bathroom? Not that I need to use it right now, but we're probably gonna be stuck in here for at least 3 days. He seems to look around, then lowers himself down to whisper to you. He seems to be chuckling a bit. Maybe if they escort us somewhere, we can make a break for it. What do you think? Before he can finish, a voice suddenly echoes from the same unseen source. You may access the bathroom facilities by making a verbal request. Each student will be granted 3 passes per day. Only one student may use the bathroom at times. You will be allotted 20 minutes before being required to leave. All possessions, including data pods, must be surrendered before entry. Would you like to make a request? He leans closer and lowers his voice to whisper. I'll go first and make sure it's safe, okay? You reluctantly nod. Zora swallows nervously before speaking up. I'd like to make a request. Understood, student. 977546. Zor has made a request. Please wait shortly. A section of the wall opens, revealing a bathroom hidden behind it. So before entering, the voice reminds him to leave all personal possessions, including his data pad, before he's permitted inside. 20 minutes pass before the door finally opens. Thankfully, Zor appears completely unharmed. Snow, you give him a small wave. Good. Some good news and bad news. Good news is that we have a normal bathroom. Yay. Stare at each other for a moment before he suddenly realizes he has not yet explained the bad news yet. Oh, and the bad news is, well, it's technically not bad per se, more so neutral. I think I'd just like to say that for a dramatic effect. So, the bad news is that there doesn't seem to be anything unusual about it. I looked around the whole place and yeah, I couldn't find anything worth noting. If you want to take a look yourself, go ahead. Maybe you'll notice something I missed. No. Ugh. You figured you might as well use the bathroom while you have the chance. I'm gonna stretch. Ugh. Pepper. Oh, Pepper. No, Pepper. Are you over there? Just doing your normal cat things. Alright. Okay. Let's use the bathroom, I guess. Standing in the middle of the room. Make your request, but for long, you left your belongings and into the bathroom yourself. Zor seems to have been right. There's nothing particularly unusual about the bathroom, and yet there's still time left before you're allowed to leave. Huh. It's the first moment you've truly had to yourself since this all began. Still, you cannot help yourself from wondering what Zora may be doing right now. Is it your paranoia, or is it concern? You're not entirely sure yourself. Eventually, a lot of time runs out and the door slides open. You quickly step back out, not particularly eager to find out what happens if someone overstays their limit. Dora is standing just outside the door. He looks oddly flustered. Oh, thank the stars, everything went alright. No, never mind, you don't have to answer that. Sorry, I didn't realize how weird that sounded. Alright. What the fuck? Was that ever a thing? It just shows the resolution of the screen. What the fuck? Now it changed? How did it change? What? I don't know. You find yourself wondering the same thing about him, and you gesture in his direction. Oh, me? Everything's fine on my end. Why wouldn't it be? You reach down to pick up your datapad, only to notice that it seems more crooked than before. Maybe it's your own imagination? Okay, I guess I can't talk to him right now. I want to look at the right. I don't think there's anything of note. Hey, you weird man. Talk to me. Talk to me, sweet cheeks. Right. Go towards the table. Sit down at the table. You sit down, glancing around the plain room. There's nothing particularly interesting to look at. So just sit there, waiting quietly. Every now and then, your eyes drift towards Zora. You find yourself watching him for a moment before looking away again. The stress is down, which is good. The chime rings. Recreational and enrichment items are now available for use. What? What does that mean? Both turn to look at each other. What? That's surprising. Do you expect us to be here for a while? Probably. Can't help but notice the slight upward curve of his lips. I'll go check this out. He walks over to the open compartment and gathers everything into his long, awkward arms. Nothing out of the ordinary, just the usual enrichment items from school. There's already a stress ball here, though I think you normally have to get one from the vending machine with your snack tokens. I've never really bothered with those. He glances at you, then holds it out. You can have it if you want. I'm more glad to give it up to you. I think it's one of those so-called rare ones, too. I remember people trading for these. He scoffs slightly. Oh, sure. I'll take it. You know, I take it from his hands. I feel like that'll increase our trust, maybe. The fuck is that? You squish it for a moment, Zora quietly staring. Well, I won't judge you if you like them. He puts down the items, inspecting them. There seems to be some literature books in the compartment too. I've never read these before, so I'm pretty sure they're not exam material. This looks like a usual deck of cards, a few dice, some plastic currency, just the standard rec room stuff. Would you like to play a game with me? I never really played with others, but I know the rules. A lot of two-player games. He looks at you expectantly. Except you tell him that you'll join. For a moment, he just blinks at you, and an expression lights up. Really? Okay. He fumbles with the cards, nearly dropping them before shuffling them together. We can start with something simple. I don't want to mess up with the rules. Thank you for joining me. You sit opposite of him as he nervously explains the rules of a few two-player games, checking in with you each time to see which one you'd prefer. Eventually you pick one and the two of you start playing. Time passes. Oh fuck, that is a lot. More than you expect. You end up playing for hours. The game he chooses are surprisingly good. Most of them are exactly the kind of thing you'd enjoy. Like he already knew your preferences. He is a good opponent too, just good enough that you have to focus. Just close enough that most of your wins feel narrow. You win more often than not. Something about it feels intentional, like he's letting you. Zor, meanwhile, seems completely absorbed in it. There's a quiet excitement in the way he plays. Like this matters more to him than it should. And he seems to have a knack for a lot of these types of games. It leaves you with mixed feelings of unease, even as you are relatively enjoying yourself. Every second you spent with him so far is a second you could have had to prepare for the exam. I wouldn't do that. No, it was really fun. Thank you, Snow. I never thought I'd actually get to play these with someone. He hesitates, still holding one of the pieces in his hands before setting it down. I think it's time for a break. I can tell you're running out of fuel. I didn't mean it like that. I think I need a break too. The adrenaline's starting to wear me out. You should, definitely get some rest. You're probably definitely tired. I wouldn't recommend pushing yourself too much. Yeah. He gathers the cards and dice you were using, handling them more carefully than necessary, and returns them to the compartment they came from. Alright. We spent like 1 minute looking around. I see in the corner. You been a bad boy? You been stalking me? You been a bad boy? You been a bad boy? You been a bad boy? What's you doing? What is you doing? Look at the arrangement items. The recreation compartment isn't particularly large, but it looks like it was designed to hold a decent variety of activities. A deck of cards, several dice sets, stress ball, and 2 reading tablets sit quietly under the sterile lighting. It feels less like a placement for fun and more like something created to keep people mentally stable. Leave. I guess I should rest. Because, yeah, my fucking stamina is down. Halfway. Use the bed. I guess, take a nap. I'll take a nap for like, I don't know, 10 minutes? Start drifting to sleep. Oh, fuck. Really? 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 Fine, 45. Lights in the room suddenly seem dim. I guess it's getting late. His eyes drift towards the bed. Looks like they only give us one bed. The bed we woke up in together. In a hypothetical scenario, if the bed happened to be assigned to me and he has to share it, I wouldn't be opposed to granting it to your request. Why is he phrasing like that? And what is that expression? You're fairly certain you have never seen anyone look quite like that before in your life. I mean, what I'm trying to say is, oh, stars, I must sound like an idiot. Cuts himself, face burning red. Probably just head off to sleep soon. There's not really much to do. We can figure something else too. I don't mind the floor, if that's what you're comfortable with. Would it be alright if we shared the bed in your opinion? You nod. He freezes for a second. His face flushes even deeper. Okay. I'll, stay on this side. He carefully sits on the very edge, leaving as much space as possible between you. I promise I won't move around too much. Dim lighting pools softly across the walls, dulling the stark brightness from earlier, but not enough to make the space feel less empty. On. Zora is already lying on the bed when you approach. Flat on his back, hands folded neatly over his chest, eyes closed. It doesn't take too much to tell he isn't actually sleeping. Stand there for a moment watching him. His breathing is steady, but just slightly too controlled, like he's thinking about it. After a pause, you climb onto the bed. The firm mattress dips under your weight. His shoulders tense almost imperceptibly. For a second, it looks like he might sit up or say something, but he doesn't. Slide under the sheets beside him, the fabric shifting softly as you settle in. Sleep facing him. You sleep facing him. You close your eyes and try to sleep, but it feels wrong. You cannot remember the last time someone was this near to you. Close enough that you feel the quiet rhythm of their beating, the faint warmth that lingers between your bodies, even without touching. It settles into you, unfamiliar and impossible to ignore. The intimacy of it feels almost suffocating. It's too intimate. Because shouldn't he be your competitor? Should you really be lowering your guard to this extent? Yes, Snow, are you still awake? He turns to his side, facing your side of the bed. His eyes widen when he realizes you're still awake. For a moment, neither of you look away. Snow, are you scared? Are you scared of me? Truthfully, I'm scared. Every second I spend in this room, it feels like it's slowly driving me insane. If we stay here, if this goes on, it just becomes us. His fingers curl slightly into the sheets between you, not touching, but close enough that the distance feels deliberate. Would that be so terrible? Spend it with me. Because when I think about it, an eternity like that, with you, doesn't sound bad to me. Please don't let them turn you against me. Please don't let them turn you against me. He lets out a quiet chuckle. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying really hard to make a good impression. Not just because my life depends on it. If anything, it's the last thing. That's the last reason I want you to think of. Nobody ever cared for me. I'm a nobody in this whole wide cosmos. In the history of humanity, even in our school. That's why I always admired you. You were always alone. You were trying to distance yourself. Maybe being alone isn't so bad. Do you think anyone even noticed that we're gone? I used to watch you. The way you'd leave before anyone could talk to you. The way you never stayed anywhere longer than you had to. And how no one ever stopped you. Like, obviously he's a weird stalker. Maybe yandere, but anyway. You stay quiet together for a moment. You can see his eyes slowly flutter close. No, with me. Let's stay here forever. Please. A sharp line of light cuts through the darkness, pulling you from your sleep. Datapad emits a bright light. You slip out of bed, unsteady as you adjust to being suddenly awake. Congratulations. What? The datapad screen is brighter than before, displaying something you've never seen before. Congratulations. You've been given the opportunity to graduate. If you accept, you will graduate immediately and be allowed to leave and rejoin society. The other student will be disqualified and executed. Reject. Finger lingers over the screen for a moment, your mind racing through every possible outcome, every consequence that could follow such a simple action. Before you can second guess yourself, you press it. Screen flickers in the light, sharpening just for a second as if something is about to happen. Then nothing. The glow vanishes, the screen goes dark. Try turning it back on, tapping it again, pressing the edges, but it doesn't respond. As if the message was never there to begin with. Turn to look at Zora undisturbed, his breathing slow. He's still alive. A strange weight settles in your chest, something you can't quite name. For a moment, you climb back into bed. The sheet's still warm. You lie there, staring into the darkness, listening to the quiet rhythm of his breathing. Eventually, your eyes begin to close again. Despite everything, sleep pulls you under once more. Of course, I'm not gonna fuck him over. Fuck you. Fuck you for thinking that I'm gonna fuck him over. Fuck you. Fuck you! If you think I'm gonna fuck him over! I'm sorry, Pepper. Sorry, I'm petting my cat. Alright. Anyway. I'm going to end stream so I can take a shower and stuff like that. But I'll be right back. Oh, God damn. How am I adjusting my camera? I'm gonna end stream. Not here's it. Here's how I end stream. That's how I'll end stream. This is the end stream. End stream. Computer end stream. Computer. Computer. Computer, why are you not ending stream? Computer. Computer. End stream. What do you mean it's not voice enabled? What do you mean? I don't want to do it manually. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy. End stream. End it. Now. End stream. Fine, I'll do it manually. God damn it. Fucking lazy piece of shit.